something may have gone awry with the vendor, or they probably seem sketchy from the get go, since they weren't a reputable seller. Not that they ever used them in this capacity before, but again, it's been just enough time that it could be concerning, but not enough time that it's time to check all the avenues. But they say if you're in a rush, finding them and helping them out a good wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay. Okay. Um. So what kind of material is this again? What are
Uh,
you looking for? Like a fuel? What is it?
Sundown, she shakes her head to you. She says, "No, no. Lots of the machines here don't require fuel. They use thermal capacity or solar capacity, and is ingrained in the gadolite. Most metals here are embedded with some form of gadolite, at least at a 60%, if the machine is meant to work without a battery or a sort." And she would point at the vessel that you guys would be in right now. This, and I'll take us there. Might as well, so we can visually see what this ship looks like. I just gotta find the chips. Where are they? Where's the docks? There it is. It says it right here. This is someone else's map. I didn't create this. Someone has more artistic skill than me, and I will exploit that. Not really. I'll just utilize it for this instance. More so for the fact that I'm trying to show off the vessel up there in the corner, in which is about like a. Now, I'll tell you now, it is scaled properly, so it should be right on the money. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 40 feet. 40 feet. So a little bigger than I thought. Um, so it's about a 20-foot diameter uh, vehicle. It's a bit of a dome, the whole thing. A bit of a sphere, the whole thing. Pardon. And the mouth area is actually the area that is open from the very bottom part, from what you can tell.
So that's like the entrance is the mouth.
Yeah, as she touches this, the metal of it, the carapace, this machine, she says, "This thing is about 90% galliolite, but with that comes certain benefits and many problems as well. But those problems I can myself take care of without too much of an issue." She says, as she does have metallic parts all up and around her. Welcome, Manny. How you doing?
Oh.
We just started, so proper at least. Um, I just realized I didn't do a recap at all, but I guess this would be a good time to. No, yeah, refresh everybody's mind.
Well,
Do you happen
I
to
don't think a
remember?
lot happened in the story week.
I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Okay. How are you? First of all.
I'm doing good.
Great.
I have severely destroyed my sleep schedule.
Oh, that's not good.
You know, that's on your note. But still fine.
Okay.
I think.
Well, if you're ready, I'll tell you what I remember you should know, and then I'll tell you what you will learn, and then you could tell us whatever we missed from there. And Mclean, if there's anything to add, feel free. But firstly, I do remember that on our last game, in which you were in, Manny, you leveled up specifically um, to 5 barbarian, one fighter, and with that, um, there was a bit of a underground fight in, I believe, meats another meat folks basement, in which they had a bit of a ring there, but one in which you saw Sia Maris and her counterpart, in which you may or may not have a tense relationship with, but either way, it was a welcome sight. And throughout this time in which you're leveling up, the week in which you're leveling up, you spend time with them regardless, after the fight, and then you progress with your some of your firearms proficiency, and at the end of our game there was a bit of a group reaching you, trying to take your stuff. In this, a bit of stuff happened. There was a flash of light that occurred. Manny, none of this you'll recognize, obviously. There was a flash of light that occurred in which somebody with a mask and, well, their jaw section is missing and is more just a skeletal form of their jaw, but the top of their face is actually just a female face. They look a bit dissected in a way, as if they're incomplete. And this individual with massive wings, one large black and blue raven wing that sort of shoots out from her right side, nearly scaled in the right light, while on her left wing it seems to be this dove white, adorned with golden armor around it at joints and in certain positions. And this being themselves, they surrounded themselves around you to protect you, but they also wished to speak with you. That conversation we'll have in 2 seconds. But what happens after that is another individual does appear and assists Branza in fighting off these individuals. And once one of them was defeated and returns to life somehow, Branza lays down the final shot and takes him out, walking away with their weapon after a bit of a search. But he does return with it intact, and he returns to seek out some assistance or a way out, specifically, of this place, which is where we find ourselves here. And Manny, that in terms of your conversation with this individual, this Koatesh, as you come to know her, she specifically asked you, and I'll retcon some things right now specifically if the answers are different. So this may be different to what Branza, to what Mclean actually knows to be currently. So maybe some things will change, but she does ask you in confidence, in a state of, in a place where you cannot be hurt, but you know it's vital for you to have to deal with them in this way due to your celestial nature and due to what they are. You're not sure what they are, but due to what they are. And they ask you, they speak to you specifically. They say, "Child of the Sphinx, I ask thee, I need thee to carry part of this light. Will you hold the banner until the moment comes and that land is free?" So she's essentially asking if you would.
Correct you there.
Hmm?
She's asking if I. She's asking if I want to become a.
No, she's asking if you're willing to carry a mantle.
Oop, leg. No.
Hello? Manny?
Alright, I think I fixed it. Yes.
Great.
Oh, Danny!
Hi, Danny. Manny, though, you hear me though, right?
So what is this mantle? I may ask you. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I fixed it, I think.
She says, and you know from just looking at it, this is a fabled thing that your mother, at the very least, has informed you about. When it comes to the case of deities, the case of gods, espers, altars, there are many names for these things. But in the case of this, at times, and specifically at the birth of time, there are certain mantles that are meant to be taken, and these mantles are both strong and dangerous at the same time. While carrying them can lead to great boons, great power. Every moment holding these things are essentially a death sentence for anybody, as things that seek it out, you know them as aberrations. You know them as devils and demons. These things actively seek this thing out, unhiding to them a bright light, a spotlight for them to, whenever they're in the same plane of this thing, it's easiest for them to locate. But you've heard of this thing. You've seen monuments built around the tails of these things. This might be a dangerous thing to do.
Might be dangerous.
Yep.
I will deny this boon, this
Great.
great gift upon me.
Right.
For I wish to live free, and this will be a cage on my freedom.
Sounds good to me. Nothing changes in the story. Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't sure if they were gonna show up. They could have just clicked on something on the Discord and just popped in. Or they may probably want to play. I don't know. Regardless, as you deny this boon, she says, "That is fair. And it is for you to choose." And she basically just taps you on the forehead. And you show up on this dock. You show up specifically right here. And to the right of where you are, as you're staring out into this bit of a ship area. I would like to make you smaller. You gigantic thing.
It seems to be a bit bigger.
Regardless, as you are looking out into this, into all the ships that are out there, and they're metallic in all manner. None of them have any sort of wood at all. But theater of the mind. To the right of you, you can see some marks of blood splattered about. A lot of it returning and reaching to the boat and the dock in front of you, the pier in front of you. What do you call that? Just the one little avenue area. Like what is that? Is that the dock, or is this the dock? Is that the pier? Where's the
pier? The pier is everything, and the dock is separate.
That's the dock, and then the pier is where you're at. Gotcha. Now we know.
No, the pier is the dock. The dock is the pier, but not the pier is not the dock.
Yes. No, yeah, I get it. You're in the pier, but you're not in the dock yet. Sort of.
Yep.
Kind of. Sure. Let's go with that. So regardless, a bunch of blood reaching over to where the dock is, and some of it around the pier, and then a lot of it does go over to the it goes over to the right to the bigger ship here. Branza.
Branza here.
As you have this conversation, she taps on the metal. She's saying Gadolite very precious. And although this is mostly Gadolite, this is also a bit of a living machine. It doesn't have a soul, so to say. But it does have capacity for mind. It does have a capacity to think and to creatively think. So best not to offend it. For if we are underwater, it could flood us underwater. And she says, but regardless, our navigator is currently out there searching just more Gadolite for their own venture. They're seeking to make new stuff. I don't know what they're into really. I am a cyborg. I don't make metal things, but I do fly them. That's what Sundown says. And your passive perception is good enough for you to have noticed that Donkz walking about, kind of popped into place in the pier. He's looking at blood all over the floor. The blood in which was left from your it just spilled from you as you stepped onto the thing that turned out to be a mimic.
Donkz, holy shit, get over here.
He's pretty far away. You have to reach him. Donkz, where do you go? You see this trail of blood going to this ship here.
Trail of blood.
Just a trail of blood. Some of it reaches to the smaller ship there.
Is there a dock master here?
Doesn't seem to be. Like, you can tell that there's some people in some of the ships. Specifically, like the one in front of you, there's some folk leisurely in the back there. There are none in the bigger ship there. And then the furthest one to the right, to the east of the map, that one has some people just looking about and preparing to leave.
So there isn't like an owner of the dock anywhere like can see, or a security guard.
Make a perception check, or tell me what your passive is actually.
It's a 14 passive perception, but I'll make a perception roll. Why not?
No. The 14 is good enough. Well, either way, it's a 14 what you rolled. You find that there's someone that looks like Shren hanging around a massive metallic copper. Yeah, just like copper and cable ship that is just hanging on the farthest to the west, and also someone that looks like Branza jumping out of it.
I shall deal with that soon. The trail of blood seems worrying.
Okay.
So
you go to that ship. I
wave over to Branza.
Yeah. So to get to that ship, you'd have to go to this dock here.
Alrighty then. So I wave over to Branza, and I'm making myself very clear and seen, and then I make my way to the other side of this dock.
Okay. As you're reaching Donkz, Branza, he's walking away from you to the ship in which you found Ima Andolia.
I'm just gonna grab Ima and say, "Hey, my friend there is boarding your ship. Could you not shoot him like you shot me?"
It's not my ship.
Whose ship is it then? It's the ship you were on.
Yeah, it's my good friends. I mean, they should be fine. I only shot at you because I found out that you were giving my name out to people.
Oh, I thought you shot me out of reflex. You meant to shoot me?
Oh yeah.
What an ass.
What an ass.
Dude, I lost. How do you say this? Yes.
A lot of money.
Before coming to the underworld, before deciding to take my vacation down here to possibly earn a bit of gold and gains, maybe honor, glory, what have you, I decided to invest a good of my gold on armor in which, and I would just mechanically say, it was adamantine armor. An armor in which it would be very difficult for a killing blow to strike me. When I got caught saying my own name at a crux, at a point of entry, I was bewildered to see that I was then held for questioning, as I shouldn't exist in two places at once. I don't know why this machine was acting this way, but when my friends broke it, I was free of it, but I was not done with dealing with it. Make an insight check. There's no dishonesty here. But there's scars. There are mental scars there in which you're not sure where to place or what to say about. You may decide how Branza acts in this proper but he seems really hurt, or was really hurt, um, by this thing, by this being, by Exotor. And he tells you his name, and you know who it is.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Sorry for getting your stuff stolen and hurt. I don't know how to deal with that right now. I wasn't mentally prepared for this.
In that insight check, you also see that he's trying to cover that. He's not trying to 100% expose that he was hurt. He's trying to make light of the situation in a way. Not to make you feel bad is his intent. He just wants to make sure that you're aware that he lost a bit of gold worth of that much adamantium for a body of his size. And you can tell that he doesn't require armor. So it's like weird. But anyways, he does say, yeah, no, they won't hurt him if he gets in that ship, as long as he doesn't do anything stupid, I think.
Okay, we should probably get him.
Right. Then he kind of just jumps in the air and he starts floating in the air over to there.
How the shit are you doing that?
You are all underwater.
Oh, right. I forget sometimes.
Yeah. Donkz, you reached this ship. Yeah, of course. Donkz, you reach this ship. You get up over to it, and it is completely empty, devoid of life. At the what do they call the area of which the general space of a ship? The fuck. You see, I kid you not. I was gonna research all this, and maybe I have, but I have just so many post-it notes to my left here. I don't know anymore. But as you reach the ship, there are noises coming from within it, at the stairs under, and you also notice two individuals flying over to you. One that seems to have these kind of weird things, tendrils flying off of it, and then the other is Branza. The one with the tendrils, does definitely look like a dragonborn or lizard folk, or both.
Interesting.
Yes. What do you do?
Anyway.
Do you go inside? Do you ignore them? Do you wait for them?
Hello there, owners of this ship. There seems to be a worrying amount of blood, a worrying amount of blood leading into your ship. I've come to check in just to ensure everything's okay.
Yeah. Are you in the ship? Are you on it?
No, I'm yelling.
Okay.
On the dock of the ship.
So yeah, it takes a bit of a minute, like half a minute, I would say, till they reach the edge of this. They actually reach the edge and turn around to see the individuals that you spot, as tall as you are, reaching over to them. But they do turn around to you and say, "No, I think it was my friend that had somebody come over earlier. We cleaned it up over here already. I I assume the water would eventually wash it off over there. Is it not doing that? She's kind of like looking
What?
over the her ship.
Point of a dock is to stay dry. The water wash it over?
Yeah, I'm not from here. Visiting. Do you need anything else other than? Oh hey, Mandolio. Look, he's here. Do you want to speak to him?
Is your friend alright? It seems like there's a worrying amount of blood trail, and a worrying amount is true indeed.
Branza, you make it there with Imandolio.
I'm just gonna cough up blood really quick onto the deck. That's my blood. That's my blood.
What the?
Yeah, I got my friend shot my. I'll introduce. Donkz, this is my old mentor, Ima and Dolia. Ima, this is my traveling companion, Donkz Domingo.
Nice to meet you. He gives you a bow.
Excuse me, can we get nice to meet you? I shake his hand. Can we get a doctor for Branza over here? He seems to be coughing up blood. That's a sign of lung cancer, my guy.
No, it's fine. This is normal.
Excuse me?
This is normal. I just got shot. It's fine. It's normal.
I mean, you shouldn't be bleeding from my bullet, just to let you know. So that's probably problematic. You should get that checked out. And I don't know what's up with your leg. There's blood there too.
Wait.
Oh yeah, I got bit by a mimic. Right.
Alrighty then.
Not that part.
That wasn't me. Not my mimic. Wait.
I suggest we take you to the nearest hospital, my good friend Branza.
How many hit points are you right now, Mclean?
36.
Okay, you're fine.
I have half my health.
Yeah.
Yep. You look bad.
He's also glowing
It's fine.
a bit. He also has this
fine.
aura around him. He almost seems extra pretty.
Extra pretty?
Yeah, it's like shinier, kind of like if he was hit with like, I don't know.
I look a lot less green and a lot more white.
White boy.
Not even white, more glow. Just more glow. Just there's an aura around him.
Okay. You know how there was moss on my skin, like moss that had grown into my skin, that was green. It's now white and glowing.
Excellent.
I see. Is there a mode of communication used by the common folk to call like emergency services, like a phone? Do we have 911?
You know you can take anybody.
Severe jaundice.
You know that you can take anyone to the locations in which they would cater to those kind of things, but there is no specific contact the authorities booth or cell phones around. At least not here. But Donkz would know, given a good enough amount of gold you could just pay someone for either services to send magical messages to someone. You can have letters arrive to people wherever they are in the galaxies. Or in short range, you could have devices that could keep you connected to certain specific people, depending on which device you ultimately got. There are longer range ones that are very expensive. There are shorter range ones that are commonplace. The shorter range ones, again, are very rare in the underworld, as from what you know. But in the overworld, yeah, you've seen these booths around. This is commonplace in the overworld. This is not something for you to think twice on, unless you see that is not around. It's actually jarring to me that I don't see many phone booths nowadays, and when I do see them, I'm just like, well, I can't use that thing because there's spit on it, and also the cord is broken and the buttons aren't there. Okay, so I guess that. But yeah, there seems to be a lack of that specific technology here, but there is some of that somewhere. But yeah, best way to do any of that is just to specifically take the person there or get someone who delivers those services over to you. Usually by yelling, "Medic!"
Does anyone here have a medic? Bag at least. I yell out very loudly.
Donkz, don't worry. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You are still bleeding.
No, he's right. If we're gonna go looking for the navigator of the ship, we might as well. Babe,
Here.
come down, come up here. And you hear after a while just some footsteps, and then this other individual shows up, and they're like, "Huh? What? I thought you left." No, yeah, I'm back. Apparently, our friend is here. Listen, could you do some of your good stuff on this guy? And she sort of just floats over to you. This anthropomorphic jellyfish walks over to you, and she sort of just waves her hands, and her hair sort of flies over her hands as well as she does this. She's kind of seems to be casting a spell. She's not casting a spell at all. She's actually just gonna let you use a hit die to recover. Do you want to use a hit die to recover?
Sure.
You max it out. So is maxed. So it's take your full hit die from her specifically. She maxes it out for you.
Okay,
you
great.
get one hit die.
So that's
whatever it is plus your con. So put that, you get that many hit points, and she's like,
and I'll just use one of my new ability cure wounds casts on myself real quick.
Okay, and how does that look like?
I think I just touch my hand to my chest and I glow a lot brighter for a second.
Okay.
My eyes.
Yeah. You see, as Donkz, you see as Branza does this to themselves. And what are you doing? Are you touching somewhere specifically, like the wound, or do you just manifest the power to fix you?
I think I touch the area below my neck but above my armor where the final point where you can see skin before it hits my armor. I just touch there and press down a little bit as if I'm like forcing the ability into myself because I've never used it before.
Sweet, sounds good. And as
And
they're
I'm like every muscle of my body's tightened.
yeah, as they're casting this Donkz, you see, usually when it comes to casting spells and the sort, there's a bit of a show to it. With this, it was more like ribbons flying around him, but with that Arcana script that is made out of that just flows around him, and it's such a quick flash of light that it almost it'd be non-existent to anyone else except for your very canny eyes that can catch that specific celestial power. And yeah, it's this is not any kind of healing you've seen before. This has this has power to it. This is pretty strong healing compared to what someone like Branza can do. Someone who's not a novice at adventuring, but isn't an expert, so to say, not a level 20 character.
I would say it looks a lot like the glowing moss on my skin expands and moves to cover the wounds, and then in an instant retreats and the wounds aren't there anymore.
Look at that.
Wait, are you fully health now?
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
I forgot that I had a salve here.
Keep your healing. Whatever magic he has works better for now, huh?
For now.
Plus 15 HP. Woo! So that was nearly 30 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he says
you said that heal is plus 15.
Yes. For yours, yes.
Yeah.
Imandoli, he says, should we locate that navigator now? I do know the longer we spend here, the more is lost in the underworld if we're trying to breach it again. Is that our intent?
Yeah. Sure. Let's get a move on, and we can brief Donkz on the way. Donkz, you coming?
Oh, nowhere else
I mean,
to be. I denied the boon of a god, so I have nowhere else to be.
Shouldn't have done that. Always accept the boons. Always.
I think I've accepted the boons of 2 gods at this point. But let's walk and talk.
Partner.
Imandolia gives you an eye. He's like giving you a very specific eye. He's like analyzing. He's like 2 gods. Shit. But yeah.
He's like, instead of a beacon, he's instead just the light of Allah. It's a beacon of hatred for the aberrations.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Oh no.
A new hand touches the clown beacon.
Oh lord. So you guys were told, so Imandolia and Branza were informed of which or where to find the navigator, the location of where they went. Do you guys go there? You know that you're seeking out someone who.
All right,
they didn't explain to you what they look like. They just said navigator who's looking to find Galliolite. Look for the only person looking for Galliolite, or the only person that sells Galliolite here, and that's just a metal. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Manny. Would you mean to say? Manny? Oh, okay. Um,
Manny?
yeah, no. I'm reading this thing. I think he said he's gonna step away. But wait, where do I know this from? Turn my beacon.
Oh, come on. We were just talking about this.
That's where it's from. It is from Skyrim. Okay, so I'm not going crazy, right? Okay.
It's the nerdiest beacon quest from Skyrim. It's been memed to death.
I hate that fucking creep.
I don't get why people hate it. Like, yeah, it's a quest item you can't get out of your inventory. Like, it's the funny dialogue. That's like somewhat annoying, but it's just an easy quest that you can do, and it gives you a pretty decent weapon.
It does. I mean, is that the one that you get the? Is this a sword, right? The sun sword, the light sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the.
I never used it. That's why I hated it. I was just like, oh, cool. Skyrim has one big major problem. All the weapons in the game are fucking useless.
I disagree, and that weapon is very useful.
It's useful to a point. Once you've maxed out your, like, smithing or alchemy, I forget which one it is, or both, you're pretty much God at some point. And then just like, okay, this game changed. This is just different.
Yeah. That weapon is useful for early to middle game.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a late game thing. The stuff you craft and enchant is going to be your late game stuff. Like, of course. But
I did not know how powered it could get. I thought I was like, yes, I am OP. No one can do better than me in this game. I am God. And then I see some people like the Spiffing Brit has me dying. Dude made a fork that does like 30 million damage. I'm like, okay, I am shit. What is that? 30 million damage to one enemy? I'm just like, okay. Any mud crab cries, and so do the dragons. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh man. But you know what weapon really pissed me off? That bow that you get in the vampire quest.
Oriel's bow.
Yeah.
It's very mid, but it's good for like two things.
Well, I kid you not, it would be very fun to use or try it out. But I remember the first time I got it, I was like, "Wow, this is a beautiful bow." I just made my my townhouse essentially in where was it? It was pretty close to Westrun. Is that the place? I forget. Whiterun.
And Manny's here.
And as he says that, he reminds me of this Whiterun. And as I have this bow and I put it on the mannequin to show it off, to be like, okay, I have this cool armor on the mannequin, and now it's gonna have this cool bow, and it fucking disappears.
Oh god.
And I'm just like, okay, where's my bow? Where'd the bow that I just got less than an hour ago go? I did not save, so I am fucked.
Oh, no.
100%. I did not think I'd have to save in this point. You know, it just didn't make sense to me. Anyways, back to the game. Hopefully, I'll cut this off from the recording.
All right, Donkz, let's walk and talk. We'll catch you up on things. So, stuff happened. I got a cool new bow. A friend appeared and then disappeared, and then now we're with this friend, and we're gonna go kill a god. But before that, we need to catch a navigator.
Wait, did you tell me about this killing the god thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then I won't be so surprised then. All right.
Yeah, I told you about killing Fiero. That was like one of the selling points.
Imandolia walks in front of you with his -1 intelligence.
How was this person my mentor? Whatever.
Hey, he taught you with the long range. That's his skill. He taught you how to snipe.
That's fair. That's fair. And I still use a bow while he uses the gun. Okay, Donkz, how much of that did you retain?
Because I left earlier, so it's like a good 30%.
Okay, here's the gist. I got blessed by a god to kill another god.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Cool. And now we have friends that are going to take us there.
The god?
Pretty much.
I don't feel like I'm qualified to fight one.
Well, that's why we're going to get you an updated trident.
Trident?
Yeah, there's like a god-powered trident that we're going to search for to kill this god.
You got me already, buddy. Deal.
Actually, that brings up a
right.
good point. I need a replacement weapon. Currently, I just have the sword, which is actually very nice, but it's just okay. I need something better than just this thing here. And he picks up this.
Hey, Ma, I thought you had a gun.
Yeah, he picks up this toy gun-looking thing. It sort of looks like a water gun, a bit of a bulbous end, red. Yeah, it's just like one of the very tiny super soakers. I think is the best way for me to place it. It does have a bit of a thin point at the end, and it's completely black, other than the red bulbous point at the back, that glowy part at the back. That is indicative to what both of you have known to be things that are like ray guns or linear guns, from what you know. Linear guns are different from ray guns, as they would leave a bit of a stick on a person, other than the ray guns who leave nothing behind. Just like what happened to Branza, who had a bit of a little hole on their abdomen, and now it's gone because he healed it. But there was no residue, no stick, no leftover, nothing. So definitely a ray gun.
A ray?
Yeah, you've seen things like this before. It's just very different from the ray guns you've seen. Most of them are more blocky. But this one's pretty close to what one looks like. But he does say, he's like, yeah, this gun is not enough. It's strong. It'll get the job done. But it has a bit of a problem with overusage. I gotta get something to pump out more shots. A replacement.
I think I'm gonna loan out Kenny. Ema, I have this very nice hammer. His name is Kenny.
No, I have a weapon. I need another ranged one.
Oh.
Yeah, I got this. Look, this golden sword. He pulls out this golden sword and as you see, the golden sword itself is what actually is the tendrils wrapping itself around. In a form that looks like he is carrying some metallic armor, from what you can tell. And the moment he's showing you the sword, no, that armor isn't metallic. That armor is liquid, and it is coming from the sword.
Okay. How about this sniper then?
Oh, okay. Now we're talking. I mean, I would still need another replace. He's like grabbing the weapon. He's looking at it because he's already checked it out, and as you're handing it to him, is a pretty light weapon. It doesn't have any modifications on it, so it literally doesn't weigh that much. But he does say, "Yeah, this is good, but I need something to deliver quicker. You get me? I need to either buy something or make something. And listen, I'm in no rush. I just wanted to make sure that it's understood that, well, I see that you have a pretty powerful item there, possibly. It does allude to some magics. Not dissimilar to what I have here. And again, he taps at the ray gun thing. But this is not viable. And big guy here is also going to need some weapon other than whatever piece of shit metal he's carrying around. Dude, you need to get your weapons polished.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, they're pretty messed up. That trident is all to hell, and your glaive is not looking good.
Hey. I have 2 glaives, and this one's fiery red, alright? That's not rust, I think.
Okay. He says, doubting it. Is it rust, by the way?
I don't know.
Okay.
You said you gave me another glaive while I was searching for stuff to help doing the
Okay.
goblin stuff.
Okay, but your other glaive wasn't damaged or anything, right?
No?
Yeah, I
Or
didn't think so.
It even got sharpened.
Okay, yeah, I was just checking. Okay. He looks at you with disbelief. He's like, no, he's full of shit. Your shit is broken. That's rust. He doesn't believe a word you're saying. He rolled a natural 2. But and that's a -1, so that's a 1. Wow. So yeah, he does say though, regardless. But yeah, no. Let's move on. Find the navigator. I don't need this weapon now. To be fair with you, Branza. But if you don't mind me holding on to it, I have no problem using it. A ranged weapon of this type is pretty great, especially to switch out if I run out of ammo with this thing.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and take it. I don't mind.
I'll make us some more ammunition, and he's kind of looking at it. Again, he's giving it a good, like, you can tell he has a passion for these things. And with this, he's actually running his claws over some of the edges that are embedded around this filigree that's surrounding the entirety of the metal, the silver base. And he's like, "Wow, this is nice craft. I'll make sure to get us some, make us some more ammunition for this. It has an enchantment, clearly." And I'll also teach you how to use it if you'd like. I know you're skilled with ranged weaponry. Should apply for things like this.
I attribute that to my keen eyesight and steady breathing. But yes, I would love to be taught a little bit more.
Yes.
I haven't quite gotten the hang of firearms yet, but I'd like to. They seem useful.
Yeah. As long as we can make ammunition, we should be able to figure out how to properly get these going in your hands, for sure. But let's move on. He does move on.
Right. We're walking and talking.
Walk and talk.
Walk and talking.
Walk and talk. We're explaining everything while we move. We're going to find this navigator for this escort mission.
Grand. So you guys get to the.
fight.
I'm sorry.
I feel like if we're gonna kill a god, we should also have an army of god.
An army of God. Okay. I don't know where we're gonna find one of those, but maybe.
Hey, we could always convince one of the. We could also make this political intrigue.
That's a path. Yes, this is open world. You guys don't have to go where I directed you. So.
I'm just gonna follow Mclean because this is his storyline.
Is it?
I think.
Is it?
I don't.
I mean, he got messages from a god, and now we're gonna kill that god. So you know.
You got a message from a god too.
Yeah, I think you got a message from the same god. You just declined to hear it.
You're like, nah, I'm good, and I'm like, good, because now everything doesn't change, and I don't have to worry about that, which is great. But as if you guys do go to where the wow, what's her name? Wow.
Sundown?
Sundown, yes. Sundown, she pointed you to a specific location in this biome. One of the more secluded areas, not far from where your fight was last time, Branza. And Donkz. In which you guys defeated those goblin things. But as we navigate our way around the steel beams that support this entire city, or swim about and around to reach it. As you can tell, the tendrils that fly off of this armor that seems to surround Imandolia are stagnant and can shape themselves in ways that he finds more comfortable for the given situation, even to the point where they do look like wings, and he speeds up faster than Donkz can, but just as fast as Branza could in the swimming speed that you are. So yes, Branza, it does seem that he does have a capability of some flying speed. But as you guys approach this building, do we have a marching order?
I'm gonna guess I'm front and center.
Sure. And how are we approaching this place?
Carefully.
I forgot to yell for Shren to come along.
Do you guys turn around?
Nah.
No, this would be too embarrassing now.
Okay.
Shren can wait with Sundown.
Great. That's less NPCs for me to worry about. I appreciate that. And
Shren made out with Sundown.
wait, what?
For nothing. Secret lore.
Secret lore. I'm just gonna hear it later, probably. But when you guys reach this house, this bit of a unit hanging by the, I would say bay, but it's not a bay. It's just kind of a platform that's affixed to the coral reef area around here. Yet, as that is, you approach carefully. Do you not? Right, Manny?
Yes.
Great. And so then I feel
amazing.
No discomfort showing you this at all as you guys open that door and realize where you were sent, in which it's clearly filled with different floating individuals that seem to just kind of pop in and out and around. And currently, as you enter the space, Um, as you don't enter the space and look inside as you are carefully seeking out what could be. What you see is just some sweet looking and bubbly jellyfish that seem to float about and around, innocuous and ignoring all as they seem to either bounce or lay about. But this is what you see as you are opening the door to this place.
Let me see, boss.
Did we get the name of the navigator?
Nope.
Man.
You didn't even get how they look like. All they told you was the only person in this whole place that is looking for Galilite, and the only person in this whole place that is selling them is where you'd find them.
Can I just shout, Sundown? And I want to see who reacts.
Okay, so these things are tiny jellyfish. Put yourselves at the front of the door, because that is, I believe, where everybody would be. If it worked well, Imandol is here. Yes, he is. Boom. So the door is just kind of open, and these things are just popping around and about. In place, most of them, some swim.
I see indeed.
Say again, you kind of cut out for me.
Me or men?
You.
I said they swim about in place, some of them. Others definitely position themselves in different locations. Some of them are just idly swimming.
Did anyone react to me shouting Sundown?
No. No movement of any sort, is just innocuous jellyfish movements. There doesn't seem to be anything or anybody else around here, from what you can tell.
Can we go into the room more?
Sure. Make a con save for me.
Shoot. 15.
Yeah. Another one of these jellyfish just kind of plop out from this thing as you pass it.
Oh, goodbye.
And jellyfish just swims past you. But you're fine other than that.
Shopee kasi sira ang sabi ko.
Oh, shoot.
Sada? Yung bisa ko.
Oh, thanks.
Man, this is such a difficult find. Oh. Can I yell? Oh, what was that? Like the metal called that was the G.
The Galliolite?
Yeah. Who here's mining Galliolite?
The voice resounds around the room. This massive courtyard of a house devoid of anything that could mean a humanoid of your type is living there. But this place definitely has individuals that are of the aquatic nature. So this doesn't seem too off. Yet, nothing responds in turn to you yelling underwater.
Can I make an insight check to see if these things are even understanding me?
They are not. They don't understand you. They are just swimming around. These are ignorant beings.
So what are we supposed to do here?
She sent you to this specific spot. Donkz, where do you find yourself in this location?
I would find myself just behind Branza.
Yeah?
Instead of in front of him.
Yeah, as he walked in, you step up?
This is sand and fish, and I hate it. Because
Wait.
I can't eat them.
You grab a jellyfish to, like, eat it?
Yes.
Make a con save with disadvantage and -5.
Rage.
Yeah.
A Constitution saving throw, yes.
With that disadvantage and -5.
Disadvantage. Why have advantage on Constitution saving throws?
No.
If I am raged. No. For me. That's an 18.
That's an 11. 'Cause
-5, you said, yes?
Yeah. So
That is an 11.
roll a D100 for me, I guess. It tastes good.
Tastes like what?
It tastes good. It tastes. So, in your home in Mixitonos, they have what we as humans in our world know as catfish. Catfish isn't what this thing is called. It's called more like dragonfish because they're actually massive behemoths. This tastes like that. If maybe some soy sauce was added to it. So it's actually not bad at all. It's pretty delicious, to be honest with you.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah, but that dragonfish, that meat of the dragonfish is sought after. It could be used for medicines and potions. Could be used to wow. It could be used for many functions. The same way dragon's blood could be used. But currently, you do have new Fey feature in which you have malleable bones, so you are now immune to the grapple condition.
Well, ain't that nice?
You're just like bendy now.
Success.
You're just bendy as hell. Can't form into a solid spot. But other than that, you function just fine.
Hey, Branza, look. I bend my arm the other way around.
Oh.
Dude, you're like a jellyfish.
All right.
Wow, you really got the best one for this exact situation. That's funny.
Wow, man.
That's
so weird.
You just said you look like a jellyfish, like a stoner.
Like the way I said seemed like a stoner.
Yo, dude, you look like a jellyfish.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Do you guys have this
Anyway,
conversation here?
So we walk and talk.
Float and talk, yeah. Float and talk.
Flow and talk. Okay.
Where are we supposed to go? Can I try and swim into the floor?
Swim into the floor is like sand on the floor. But this is a huge room. Like, and you guys barely have stepped into it, I'll say. Like, would you guys like to make perceptions or make an investigation check? In case in point, are you guys seeking something else? There are entities here, but none of them are paying you any mind. They continue to swim around without you, concerned or not. They do.
Yeah, can we make an investigation check to look for traces of people or things?
Yeah, so traces of So you see a lot of I'm not sure what it is, Mclean, but there's a bit of feedback coming from your side, I think. Like a spark noise. I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but
do you hear it right now?
yeah, it's like pop every once in a while. Not sure. But there it goes again. What you do see is there are striations around that maybe could lead to something like with fins. But other than that, it'd be very difficult to spot people navigating in this locale the way you're used to. So I'll ask, do you dig in? Do you search about? Do you get dirty? Do you check the corners? Or are you just casually looking around? Are you gonna investigate without being invasive, without brushing into stuff?
I don't know. I want to be invasive.
Just like a cat, invasive.
Well, yeah, I'm only asking because a jellyfish just rushed over to you. It was like basically born as you walked over and flew over you. It tried to infect you with the maladies of the aura of Ayala, if we call him that. And then Donkz ate it and became all squishy like. Ironically.
That's nice.
I'm not going to try and eat one. I'm just going to be invasive and try and find what I'm looking for.
Sure. So if you search about without concern for your own body, then I would like a Constitution save for that. It isn't difficult, but it is not 8 easy. Unfortunately. So roll a D100 for me. See where you land on that. As maybe you brush into something that you shouldn't have touched. But make that investigation check for me as well.
By the way.
A tattoo of an awakened eye across your forehead in bright purple shade appears. You can cast 1 level 3 counterspell after a long rest.
That's so good!
We're getting nothing but good. Always remember, eat strange animals.
Do write this down on your character list or somewhere, please. I will attempt to keep track of it because it does make sense for me to keep track of the ones that hurt you. But the ones that benefit you, I probably won't always remind you of those, I will say. So, like, Donkz, keep that in mind, that you are immune to the grapple condition. That's a good thing, because, like, in my last game, I think, my Sunday game, I had a monster that was like, oh no, you're grappled now. You don't get to try to avoid it. You could try to get out, but you're just grappled. And everyone's like, wait, what? What's going on? So yeah, that's great for that. And only that, I guess. But other than that, you guys search about, and with the 21 investigation, as you're breaking some of the coral about Branza, and just generally not keeping an eye out for for the jellyfish as they swim around. And as they do, it sort of does get a little more crowded, so I'd like another constitution save for everybody.
Oh man, constitution save. I only have a +7 on that.
But just please. Okay, you're fine. But Mclean,
I'm so bad at this.
as more of these jellyfish do pop up, as more of these jellyfish do pop up. Can someone count for me how many jellyfish there are currently? Well, Donkz, maybe count for me, and then Branza, roll a D100. That's what I need.
The jellyfish?
Yes,
1,
please.
2, 3,
Please.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
15.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15! There's
15.
15 jellyfish.
Grand.
And 15 was the number
Okay.
I rolled.
So on
-1 because I think I ate one.
that very no, another one popped up. On that very dang, every time it's just so massive, this guy. On that very point where you have an eye tattoo, Branza, you also sprout a unicorn horn. Oh god. I don't know how that works, but you sprout a unicorn horn now. How many spell slots do you have? Of your highest?
I have 2 of my highest.
Okay, you have another one now. You have another, what do you have? Second level spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have an extra second level spell, as long as you have that unicorn horn. But regardless, as all this happens, and you search around the entire place, having maybe bumped your head a couple times on things, I'm assuming. You eventually find that in the corner here, there is a bit of a hatch, and it was really well hidden within the sand, and you had to sift about and around for a bit, and that polluted the area somewhat. Yet not enough to cause a problem or concern, and you do find this hatch there, but it's a pretty heavy metal door. Do you proceed? Imandolia, at this point, will carefully walk about and avoid these things. He does so, but you can tell he doesn't like being hushed by things that'll give you these kind of effects. But what do you guys do? Manny's gone, so what do you do?
I think I'm gonna just open the trapdoor tentatively and peer inside.
Sure, it's locked. You try
How
to
do I
open
break
it.
this lock?
It's pretty sturdy in there. It's just Donkz is currently fishing at some other jellyfish around the front of this doorway, front of the building. So calling him will take him at least 2 rounds as you're messing about here. Mechanically speaking.
Okay.
What do you do? Do you try to pry it open yourself? Imandolia is there. He can help. He does not look like a soft individual. He's not squishy. He's not weak. He's just dumb about certain stuff.
Did the music pause for you?
No, it's ongoing and creepy. Has it
Okay,
stopped for
cool.
you?
Yeah, it's not for me. I don't know,
Sure.
but I think I did that on my end.
You shouldn't be able to stop it. I think you should be able to lower the volume. But I don't think you should be able to stop.
But I have paused it on my end.
Okay. I don't know if you meant to do that, but just in case, I'm redoing it. So if you did need to pause it, you may pause it. Feel free.
Oh, I meant to pause it because it was really loud. It was hard to hear you.
Okay, so sorry. Then go ahead and pause it again because I probably reset it for you.
Is it? Yeah, I want to call both Ema and Donkz over to help me with this trapdoor.
Yes. Manny, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, great. So you can have 2 people help you, but there is one that is stronger than the other. You can tell. Imandolia just kind of is holding the rifle. No, he's not. He would stow it. Yeah, so he just keep hold of his sword, his golden sword. He's keeping guard. He has this gun. Keeps looking around and about, making sure nobody's on your 6. So yeah, if you guys want to try to pry this door open, go for it. It currently is locked. This hatch, apparently. Donkz, do you help out? Manny?
I'm here, yeah.
Yeah, but do you help out with the hatch?
I mean, it's a hatch, so
It's
yeah.
locked.
It's hard to lift.
Maybe.
All right, I'll open it up.
Sure. May I ask, as you walk across the room, how do you navigate the area? Do you carefully do so? Do you just walk past every single one of these jellyfish like they're nothing?
I am on the floor on all 4s, and due to the fact that I am malleable, I slither.
Yeah, you're not a snake. You're just malleable. You just can't be grabbed.
But I can still bend my bones wrong.
Yeah, sure. So you want to crawl your bendy way around? Okay,
Exactly.
I'll give you an advantage as you avoid them with your acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Not looking good. 12.
You
You have advantage, so it's 24. So you're good.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So you guys are both at the end there. It only got crowded because you came a little late. You were distracted eating jellyfish, I guess. And as you both reach there, Emmanuel is just keeping an eye out, clearly avoiding these jellyfish from getting near him at all. But you guys may feel free to make your attempt. Who's gonna make the check? Who's gonna take the advantage?
You've got another strength check. I think you should take it.
Can I make an athletics?
It is strength for this thing. It is stuck into it. You'd have to pry your hands in there. You might lose a nail or two.
Can I use athletics for this?
No, it'd be difficult to use athletics. You'd be hindering yourself more if you tried to use athletics, is what I'm trying to say. So you could use athletics, but in this regard, you'd be trying to like pry off the entire thing from the base, ignoring the locking mechanism.
Locking mechanism.
You could try to just pry it open with brute strength, or you could use athletics to literally pry off the entire base in a maneuver. But that is more difficult.
I'm gonna go into a rage and then try to lift it using athletics.
Yeah, go for it. So use a charge of your rage and break it free.
20.
Enough. You wrench it open, bending it, but as you do so, you leave enough space for the two individuals that you're with to go through, and is currently in a position where it cannot move to give you more space. You could make another athletics check to just finish it off. You're still in rage. Or you could just take an exhaustion point to auto clear it. It's up to you.
A point of exhaustion is far too steep a price.
If you low roll, you'll get the exhaustion point regardless, and you will not open it.
Could I use my acrobatics to try to slither my way through?
Yes, you have malleable bones. Why not? It will be a disadvantage. You are still a massive thing.
That's a 9. Alright.
Question. Before
Yes.
anything, do you go first?
No?
So you let them go
Go away.
through first, and then you try to squeeze in.
Yes.
Gotcha. So Branza, you realize that Donkz, as big as he is, might have an issue going through, and you figure, on the way, he looks like pretty squishy in a form, so he should be fine. And you can tell he's kind of stuck in place. His weapons have just got in the position in which he would be kind of awkwardly ripping his hair off if he continues, and he hasn't even noticed. But he just keeps trying to pull himself in more and more. What do you do?
I give up.
Donkz. Your hair. You're gonna break your hair.
Break this thing. Alright, as I fail to do an acrobatics check, can I now instead use an athletics?
As you're halfway through it, Imandolia reaches his hand out. He's like, "Come on! If everybody helps, we could do it." And yeah, no, they just pull you off at the end of it, assuming Branza helps.
Of course.
Then, if
No,
Branza
of course not.
has his hand out, then no check is required as you're halfway through, sort of betwixt the metal, and yeah, it feels uncomfortable. You might have taken a point of damage if you weren't raging, but yeah, you're through. And as you guys breach through and into this bit of a hallway, let me verify and check if that's what I have in mind. As I look to the next map.
Next map. Second map.
Okay. I see nothing. This is blank for me. Yep, just blank. It's just blank, man. Yay. Oh no, it popped up and I got rid of it. Shit. Okay, so we are here. And I want to go. Where do I want to go? Is it this one? Okay. So, yes. If that's there, let's go here. Because then that makes the most sense. Then I probably just have to do some working around on my end. I probably haven't fixed this point at all. Didn't think we'd worry about the navigator. I'm just waiting for my things to pull up on this end so that I could see where we're at. But as you guys breach into this metal door, having squeezed your way and then being pulled in by your allies, you guys find yourselves in a bit of a rocky area, as it seems that the walls seem to have no cohesion in any way, shape, or form, as they're a dug tunnel of a sort, led around and about in a very crude manner. But as you reach this bit of an area, it seems that there are lines or indicative points in which, yes, there are veins of galliolite here, possibly, but these aren't prominent enough to be worth digging, which is why deeper the tunnel goes. And I'll take you guys there now. I don't know how much of it is revealed, and I'm just gonna go for it. So whatever. Here's hoping. Just the whole thing is like, oh, good. It's all black, grand, excellent. Oh, thank God. I was really concerned there. I was like, please don't show them everything. Excellent. So as we do that, I can reveal areas for you. You guys kind of just, wow.
I see a little pee-pee. Pee-pee box.
Yeah.
The light space is growing.
This guy sort of just reached this area.
By the way, you know, Manny just is going to be right back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's fine. Because I'm still like revealing. But you guys reach this area, and Yeah, it just seems like there definitely would be some galley light down here, but it is devoid of life. There doesn't seem to be anything here. There's no jellyfish, even, or traces of aquatic life. This just seems like a cave. I'm gonna eat a Hershey thing. I just bought myself
That's a solid choice.
um, I was looking for the other day I don't want a whole full Hershey bar to like give myself diabetes with, like the smaller size are better sometimes. And I've been searching for one in the store for a while, just because I'm gonna go to the corner store. It's the easiest one for me. And I saw it one week, and I was like, oh, I don't have the cash for that for me to make that expenditure today. I'll come back for it whenever another day that I'm not doing like extensive shopping. And then this time around, I'm looking about for like a whole month, and it's just missing. It's not there. And then today they appear, but I got the wrong ones. And these ones say truffles on it. It says Nuggets Truffles. Hershey's Nuggets Truffles. Not sponsored. And this thing's delicious. Holy shit. This is the best Hershey I've ever had. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, I'm gonna hate these things. These aren't like regular Hershey bars, are they? Nope, they're better. They're just the best things in the world. Oh.
You said they're what kind of Hershey's?
Truffles.
Oh.
The branded truffles. I picked it up, not knowing it was branded like that. And I was like, oh, wait, it says truffles on it. I was like, what's the worst that could happen? I'll hate them, throw them out, return it, I guess, maybe. I dead had that in mind. I was like, I'm going to eat one. If I don't like it, I'm returning the whole fucking bag. I don't give a shit. And,
well, I'm glad you liked them.
I love them. And I'm actually pissed off about that because I'm like, I would have rather returned it because then I wouldn't have eaten like 3 in a row. Like a fat ass. But, that's that. Welcome back. You find yourself in a bit of a cave system that doesn't have any life other than yourselves. And, yeah.
That's good and proper now, innit? Ooh.
Yeah.
My balls.
Imandolia is like, wow, I'm so glad I got this mask. It'd be pretty dark here without it.
I have a mask.
He has a mask with night vision.
I mean, it can get pretty dark if you don't have dark vision.
Too bad I don't have dark vision. I have a mask I put on Thalia.
Oh, you have a mask with dark vision too? Fucking nice.
That isn't a mask with dark vision.
What? Why did you put a mask on in the dark?
I immediately go blind and then I can see tremor sense now. 60 feet.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. He's just like confused. He's like, what is wrong with you?
Now I see nothing! I cannot see anything.
Imandolia looks to Branza and lifts his mask a bit, and he kind of like mouths like, what is this?
He puts the mask on, hears voices. It's weird, just go with it.
Thalia, do you know what happened here? What is this place, Thalia?
There's no mask. Answer to that.
Thalia, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
You get the sense if it doesn't know an answer is either gonna be quiet or tells you it doesn't know. And is never sure. Is never clear both ways. It's like is just gonna be quiet sometimes if it just doesn't know. Like you can tell. But yeah. What do you guys do?
Righty then.
Where do you guys go? You guys push on?
Wait. I will not be in the front, but someone else will be.
You won't take the front?
I will not take the front. I'll be in the middle.
Okay.
I'll take the front.
Mandolia was pushing on ahead. He's like, I have no problem leading.
I'll take the front. I mean, I can see in the dark, so it would make sense.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah, as you guys push on ahead with Donkz in the center, Mandolia in the back, and Branza leading, you guys find yourselves walking down a bit of a corridor. May I get perception checks?
Receptionist.
14.
13.
Yeah. So you guys get about. Oh, that was unfortunate. Yes. You guys get about here, and you start hearing noises. It sounds like tumbling rocks falling around, which isn't misplaced here. But as you push on, specifically to that area where your token has landed, Branza, I need everyone to make dexterity saves. As we're all following behind Branza.
Oh, no.
And
18.
let's see what Mandolia
Five.
has. Uh-oh. Oh, but he can fly. He's fine. So
I cannot.
yeah, it's okay. You're like tank probably, right? Well, I gotta find out a couple things. So first, it's not this. So I want this. Okay. Roll a d6 for me, Donkz.
D6.
Yes, please. Just one.
Wait, no, that's a wrong thing. I have a D6. Let's roll D6.
How did javelin happen?
Yeah, so 1D6 next to javelin.
Oh.
Roll a d6. Here's an attack roll.
I'm gonna
Attack to the DM. No, my armor class is like 1,000,000. Natural 20. Ah, shit. Hits. Anyways. Yeah, so as a bit of a tumble occurs, you guys reach this area, and the ground sort of gives in on itself. It doesn't rip apart like the entire platform. It kind of just scatters about and around. You watch as Mandolia kind of just lifts himself and is kind of scratched about and around on the what's it called? Just a bunch of debris about, jagged rocks that are in place, things that he meant to grab onto that decided that no. And same case for Donkz, as he has a bit of a trouble gripping about and around as well. You both take 4 points of damage, and currently Donkz is going to fall unless someone intervenes. Imandolia is floating in space. What do you guys do?
Hmm.
You can grab on, maybe Donkz. You could probably slide down and have a safer way through and about. It's really up to you.
Slide down.
You'll just throw yourself, slide down in a safe pattern.
Yet,
Yeah.
little boy.
Yeah. And you do so. You take 2 more points of damage, but you land in a pretty good a pretty open space that is kind of a bit of an ejected rock, a stalagmite that has not reached up yet. And it is shaped itself enough to act as a platform. And in there, you kind of just stay about, but as you sort of feel with your tremor sense, you feel that there's nothing around you other than what is behind what you're holding, essentially where you came from, what you fell off of. Imandolia, in seeing this, he quickly dips down and he says, "What are you doing?"
I tried finding a safer location.
Just swim.
There's water here?
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, we've been underwater the whole time.
Whoa, dude, that's why I've been cranky. If you all know, us catfolk don't really like those types. Mostly water types.
Well, either way, they didn't want to fall, so I actually ended up forgetting that I could swim. But after I started flying, I was like, "Yeah, I could swim."
Whoa, dude. Anyway, let's go on forward.
Yeah.
He helps you up. He grabs your hand, sort of fixing himself to the ground where Branza is proper, because he doesn't have a place to anchor himself otherwise. And yeah, you guys can move on. It seems inconsequential, other than the jagged rocks that are here, just again ripping across your bodies more than anything in this misplaced footing. But yeah, you guys push on.
Yeah, let's
Forward
push
and
on.
ahead to search and find a navigator. May I get well, it depends. Do you guys rather perceive to see if you find traces of them, or do you take your time and investigate the area to locate them proper?
I'll go with what Mclean decides.
Ah, shit.
What should we do, boss?
Oh, don't call me that. We're equal partners. Let's take our time a little bit. It's hard to see down here. Stuff's crumbling away. We're falling. Let's take our time a little bit.
Yeah. Make investigation checks then, please, for me, both of you. I will also do one for my friend here,
And I instead
Emmanuel.
give help action to Mclean instead of making one myself.
You know, that help action. I have so many problems with it. How do you help them?
I try to check using my own type of quote unquote site to try and cover where Mclean has not covered.
Okay.
16.
I didn't even do my help action.
Yeah. So with that, it's so there are footsteps leading down here. Compared to where the sand was above, where there were no footsteps at all, in this location there are sparse footsteps around and about. Very a small foot of a thin individual, possibly thinner than, or at least lighter than you, Branza. And as you guys are finding this, it's clear that they weren't alone. Some of those striations are found again on a bit of the speckles around of the sand that seems to be here, the dirt, the displaced residue of all of the stone that has been eroded over time. And yeah, it seems you guys are in a clear path to locate whoever or the multiple people that were headed this way. It just seems that they're further on.
I see.
May I get perception checks,
Perception time.
please? Because I'm pretty sure we had some earlier, but I don't see them now. So, new rolls.
26.
Okay.
Better
So,
rolls this time.
so. Here's how it goes. You guys hear it first. What it is unclear. But as it's kind of heard from deep further down this well, this cave, this darkness that seems to invade your eyes. Furthermore, despite having the abilities to search around it, it drives some fear into your hearts, this noise. It's hard to place what exactly has brought it. But to you, Branza, it brings a chill. One that you've never had before. You
I
can
would just like to say that I'm in a very dark room, and that sound terrified me.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
And I tried to keep it like low. I was like, it's like pretty far away, so you guys wouldn't hear it that well. But yes. Further on, it seems after this avenue, you guys probably are around this corner. when you hear this noise. I'm trying to click on something and it won't let me because of that. And then how about this? Yay. The moment Imandolia hears that, he pulls out his golden blade and points and he pulls out his gun, his ray gun. He's like, I don't know what that is, but we should prepare.
Definitely prepare.
There's crashing and cracking, and it keeps on. It's further ahead. Do you guys go to it?
Yeah, let's run.
You go with speed. Got it.
Yes, I will
As you
get
guys,
the battle immediately.
yeah, as you approach, give me a second. I'm gonna drink some water.
Hydrate or dehydrate, I say.
There you go. As you approach, you do hear what sounds like smashing onto metal and onto rock. But specifically, you also hear and then what sounds like a gout of fire, and that fire being eliminated almost immediately as again you find yourselves underwater. You guys reach the very end here, right? Let's say, because if you guys rush over to be at this point here, great, grand, wonderful, do so. But you find yourselves above a bit of a battle. It seems that there's a metallic dome that's being assaulted by these octopi, octopus-like individuals that have tendrils that are trying to smash through, and other ones, the tinier ones, they just seem to sort of linger about and float in the air, waiting, almost seem to like float and wonder and wait for their massive behemoth of a monster to breach the metal barrier. Do you guys do anything about this? You could walk away right now. This is, again, I feel like I don't reiterate it enough. This is an open world game. You guys can walk away from any situation, anytime you guys feel like doing that, if that is the choice.
But what kind of people would we be if we simply walked away?
Yeah, let's just walk away, go live in the suburbs. I mean,
these are options.
We play this game.
What are they? What are they really?
This game for escapism, to pretend we're as heroic as we want to be. So let's be heroic.
Let's be heroic. Come on, we're not here to. It's not grimdark just yet. We're not gonna kill someone because they saw us. They saw us murder a man in cold blood. No, this is not grimdark just yet. Just yet.
Just yet. So yeah.
We can have grimdark in another time. All right.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Hello, Danny.
No, I'm not here.
Yes, we hear you. What you doing?
I'm still at work. I'm supposed to be at work.
Oh no.
I'll be here next session. So.
All right, sounds good.
He's gaming at work.
Okay. So you guys, I'm assuming, go in.
I want to move closer to like get more information.
Yeah. I'm
Also,
only.
Can I like look down and like? Can I look down at my now glowing moss. I want to see if it's reacting in any capacity.
Oh yes, there is a reaction as you have been approaching. There has been, I'll say, something akin to a spidey sense going on. You're feeling danger around.
Okay, like the moss digs into my skin a little more.
Yeah. It's just giving you a bit of damn. I forget what the term is in English. Bup, 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 bup. Oh, there you go. I forget that word. Where you get like prickly feeling in the back of your neck. What is that? What do you call it that?
The shivers down your spine.
Yeah, sure.
Shivers.
Oh my gosh. What's going on with the noise here?
Hey, what's going on here?
I don't know. It was bugged out for a second. It's very confusing. Yes. So you do have. Fuck. What's it called? Like when you get cold all of a sudden. What do you call it?
Shivers.
There's a different term for it.
Do you know the spelling of any?
Goosebumps?
Goosebumps. There you go. There's a whole freaking TV show based off of it. Fuck.
How did you forget the word goosebump?
Because I know it in Spanish. I don't know it in English like that.
In Spanish?
Yeah, calofrío.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. But anyways, this is what you guys see. And then they're just attacking a dome that seems to be just here, just on the
I thought
ground.
you were
there.
American.
I am. I was born in America, but that's it.
A lot of Americans know Spanish.
Yes.
I think it's like the second
This
most spoken
metallic
language in the
dome.
U.S.
Second most spoken language in the U.S. was American.
What the hell?
American ain't a language.
America is a language.
Yes, it is. It's like a pop and soda. Soda pop.
Okay, so
No.
as this thing is there, these things are just floating about, and then this thing is behind it, sort of like floating there, but not doing much. But this massive pink thing is just cracking at this metal, trying to breach through, and it seems that every single one of these individual monsters, these aberrations, these disgusting things that your light is telling you these are the things that want you, and as the light announces that to you, all of those eyes turn over to Branza. What do you guys
shit.
do? Do you guys react? Do you guys do anything? You've had a second looking at them.
I think we could do a diplomatic mission here, guys.
I don't know if diplomacy is gonna happen. I think these things very strictly want to kill me.
Can I shoot it with a bullet?
You have a gun?
I have an anti-tank rifle.
That's broken.
I fixed it if I remember correctly.
You have smithing tools? I mean, tinkerer tools proficiency?
I can fix it at town.
Did you have someone fix it?
I think so.
If you don't know, hasn't happened.
Did you know how you first talked, Mr.?
Let's put it this way.
What was your...
The closest you've had to someone who could fix that anti-tank rifle, is currently with you, and you just met them.
Oh, I see.
I'm talking about the whole city,
This city.
other than the person in the dome here that you might just save. Hey,
All right, time for a javelin.
javelin. Okay, so surprise round.
I'm knocking bows, knocking arrows.
Gotcha. Surprise round. Gotcha. That's what I wanted to hear. May I get initiatives then?
4 weapons drawn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Draw.
Yeah. Weapons are drawn. As you guys carefully navigated this area. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know why I like seeing that.
17.
Okay. Let's see.
Wait, where was I? Oh, you're on 2 initiatives.
Yeah, because I have disadvantage when weapons are drawn.
Weapons were drawn.
Yeah.
Weapons weren't drawn.
So-
They were drawn prior to this.
Okay, then 22.
Yeah, and none of these people have weapons that are not drawn.
Okay, well, 22 in that case.
They has to specifically be drawn in your presence, which is weird.
Very strange.
Yes, it's very specific. Prerequisite.
So, Branza goes first. Whatever shall he do?
Does he go first? Let's find out. Nope.
Does
Oh wait, 22. Wait, why are there 2 initiatives again?
Because I thought I had disadvantage, so I rolled it twice.
Okay, so it is 22. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably do go first. Because what is the boss's dexterity? Hey, it's actually pretty good. Still not good enough. Okay. All right. So yes. Please make your surprise rounds as I work on my initiative tracker. Make your attacks. As you do. I believe Donkz was going to be a javelin.
it's gonna be a rage plus a javelin plus
Rage.
movement forward.
Rave plus javelin. So everybody's here.
So, the thing I did was, I used my javelin,
Mm-hmm.
and I would drop down into this pit right here, and then move forward towards this guy.
Look, okay, that would be in your round. This is a surprise round.
Exactly.
This is just an attack.
What?
They are already in initiative. You're joining them, but they just weren't aware of you.
Let me take a look at surprise. And to do a bit of rules lawyering.
Please.
Ivy, I do believe that during that type of surprise round, if any creature is surprised, first round of combat, is going to look at here, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. If creatures are surprised or have been surprised, which prevents them from moving, acting, or reacting, the surprise condition ends for a creature at the end of their turn in the surprise round.
They are not under the surprise condition. You guys just get a surprise round.
If any creatures are surprised, the first round of combat is a surprise round. Very strange.
So, I'm ruling it. You get an attack action in your surprise round. If you get a surprise round where they are aware of things. If they weren't aware of you specifically, then you'd obviously take advantage during your attacks and stuff like that.
All right.
Yes, make your attack.
Yes, and
And on your turn, you'll be able to act as you wish. Which one do you want to kill?
which one do I want to end? One of the smaller ones first.
Okay.
Pick out the weak and turn them to max damage. I think.
Which one? Point it out for me.
that's not max. This one right here. I want to kill that thing.
Okay. I'm gonna put you guys where you are meant to be. You're all here. You're all there. And you want to kill that one.
Yep.
Right?
I would like to pull out. I would like to attempt to pull out my arrow of light.
You can. Once you've done that mistake, you already realize, oh, okay, that's the difference between a magical arrow and
So I can
just a
flap.
magical arrow.
Gotcha. So I can just flat pull.
Yeah,
the
if you
arrow.
want it, you
Okay.
got it.
Great.
I'm not gonna
Pulling that out.
screw you over every time you do that. No.
By the way, Donkz, since you've been gone, or Danny, or Manny, since you've been gone, I got a bow upgrade.
What did that need?
That's gonna be a 25 for the arrow of light.
Yeah, a 25 is gonna hit. Who are you trying to hit, though? May I ask?
I think for the arrow of light one, I want to hit this big guy in the center.
Okay.
Yeah, just for the first one with the arrow.
Yeah, roll damage. Okay.
Dang, tacked on a lot of stuff to that. So 7 piercing, 1 fire, 4 radiant, 4 psychic, and then 3 favored foe.
You give me a
So I
total
think
for
that's
that,
additional.
please, if you don't mind.
Give you the total?
Yes.
Sure. 8, 11, 12, 19.
19 sounds good on that guy. One has taken 14. The one over there, this one has taken 19 damage. Is not resistant to any of those types. You don't have acid, right? No, that was acid, right? Yeah, you're fine.
And then, which is the guy that Donkz hit again?
Donkz, I'm assuming, hit this one.
Is that correct, Manny?
I believe so.
What you
what are
mean?
we
It's your
asking
choice.
It was this guy now because I thought we were here, so I was attacking this one. But now I guess I'm attacking this one.
I mean, it's up to you. You could attack whichever one you want. I'll just transfer the damage.
This guy right here, I deal around
You want big guy getting hurt. Gotcha. I'll get big
14
guy.
piercing, baby.
14 on him.
From my understanding, if you take out the big ones first, the little ones will follow suit.
Yes. That is math and how it works always. It's never the smart little ones that are controlling the background. But that is your guys'
I still have 1 attack.
it's just one attack during the surprise round.
Oh, I don't get my extra attack? Or...
No, it's not an attack action.
Gotcha.
Imandol is gonna do one shot. That's if I can find his thing, because again, like always, I'm never prepared. But it is right here in my face, so that's very nice. He does a little pew, and it does hit. He does aim at the big purple one behind the one you guys didn't hit. And that thing needs to make a con save. And it just saves. So that's grammed for that. Regardless, it does take some damage. And things aren't happy. And now that we're in initiative proper, Branza, you may go first. And Manny, I have seen your message. So we'll do one round and close up at that point. If everyone's alright with that.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Hey!
I know this isn't going to do much, but I'm going to pull out the arrow of fire and hit and shoot the big guy as well again.
You're putting out the arrow that you have that's magical, that is a fire?
Yeah.
Did I give you the info on it or not?
Yeah, you did.
What is it?
Let me open it up. Okay, adds +1 to attack and damage plus 1d6. Fire damage catches enemies on fire, doesn't work underwater.
Right.
Or the catching enemies on fire.
Gotcha.
Doesn't work underwater.
Yeah, so you're good. I'll make the attack.
Okay. 16.
16.
16,
Who are you trying to hit again?
I was trying to hit Big Boy.
Big boy?
The one I already hit.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Great.
So you guys just ripping through this massive individual. That fire damage is going to be reduced. But nonetheless, they still take it.
It's 9 fire damage. There's 9 fire damage.
It's 9 total? Okay, gotcha.
9 total fire damage.
Well, no, hold on. Because then I'm ripping you off. I have to deduct them separately.
I mean...
Because then you get 2 from 1
both.
Instead of missing out on like a whole 5 almost.
No, that's fine. If he's got fire resistance because we're underwater,
Is
take
that
half off the fire damage.
Yeah.
I
But
use the fire arrow.
But it's separate because you have a fire and then that fire arrow just stacks on that fire. But that 3 goes to 2, and that 6 goes to 3. So instead of you missing out, I think you lose like 1 or 2 extra, but I'd rather just give you your.
I think it's just 1 extra. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then 9 piercing plus 4 piercing, so 13 piercing, 2 psychic, and then total 5 fire. Total after
2 psychic.
So yeah, so 9 plus 2 plus 9, 20.
Okay.
20 damage total.
All right.
And then the second attack is going to hit as well. Or hopefully. 21.
21 does hit. Yes.
Yeah. I don't get to add anything on this stuff. This is just going to be flat damage.
No problem. You're seeing that as much as he's being struck, the fire still taking parts of the apart, scorching them. The psychic is doing nothing at all.
Okay. So is he immune to psychic? I
It
guess.
seems that he is. Yes.
Oh, okay. Great. So Dreadful Strikes is not doing great right now. So 7 more piercing damage.
Yes. With the fire.
Oh, plus 4 fire, so plus 2, so
Yes.
9 damage.
Cool. It's on there, and he's being ripped apart. Half his limbs already curled apart as if calamari, and their face seems to already be a different shade than their rest of their body. This pink and dark reddened individual now, as they're being struck. Is that the end of your turn? Is there anything else that you wish to do?
I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. Ima Andolia does get to go. Actually, before you, he beat you in initiative. He does the 2 more strikes that he can do, and then that's it for his gun. Pew 1, and then pew 2. He's still trying to hit the same guy that he hit earlier. He's separating the shots. He rather burn another person. Apparently, this individual must make another con save. He has to roll like a 4. Okay, that's not happening. So he just takes regular damage. That's fine. But other than that, that's the end of their turn, and it seems that it is the enemy's turn as you guys watch this massive thing sort of just swims up a bit, and they sort of, in an attempt to retaliate or defend, protect maybe, they sort of create a sheen, a light, a barrier between you, the mouth of this cave, and you. And currently, there's a wall, ethereal in nature, currently in the way of your attacks, it seems. But that is the end of their turn. Donkz.
Alrighty. I forgot. Did I take any damage today?
Why would you have taken damage other than the scratching stalactites and stalagmites that may have done you in once or twice?
I get in the pit and I go in there hand-to-hand combat. I try to... Can I go there?
So currently, there's a barrier in front of you in the mouth of this opening.
So how would I get through the barrier?
I'm not sure. Do you try to do something to the barrier? Do you try to walk through it?
Maybe I'm trying to jump over it?
So the entirety of the entry into this place is covered. To get into this area where the dome, this protective metal dome, where someone apparently is using some kind of magic or missiles for to attack these things as they're fighting on. It's about a 10-foot drop. To even do that, you'd have to get through the mouth of this cave, essentially. And currently, this individual, seeing that this monstrosity, seeing that their pink brethren was being assaulted, they kind of put this wall of force in the way. Nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you to decide how much Donkz knows about Wall of Force specifically. It'd be rare to see it in space travels, but not like it's possible still. But even more so, at least from tales and stuff. At least.
It seems like I do have to go now, my good friends.
Yeah. So let's just pick it up here as we're investigating this wall of force. I think would be a good spot. Let me just ask, what do you do with it though? Like, do you try to smash the wall next to it?
Yes.
That's your choice?
Try to smash the wall.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll deal with that when we come back. Next game. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
great.
See
Everyone,
see y'all next time.
have a good one. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.